You are welcome to another segment of my video. This is Gist with K, a YouTube channel where we discuss matters of national importance. On today's video, I want to talk about the work of Labour Congress, NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress. During my secondary school days, when NLC used to be active, when Federal Character Commission used to be active, when some government parastatals or agencies used to be active, then people used to stage protests, not individually, a federal protest, just to ask or to get attention of the federal government to reverse or adjust on any ill-better situation or decision they have taken against the citizens. And that was during the days of Comrade Adams Oshimole. You know, today, Nigeria is being run like a corporation, corporate organization, let me put it that way. A corporate organization. You know, in a corporate organization, they have union. And the work of the union is to fight for the right and welfare of the staffs. When you have a union president who is active, who is well-to-do, who has the interest of his members at heart, and you know this union president, they are not senior staff, neither are they intermediate. They are usually junior staff, so that they can be able to relate with the people they are defending. When you see a very active union chairman or president, watch that person. Before long, that company will convert him or promote him to a senior staff so that he will vacate that office. And people who they usually do like that are those who are elected by the staff, not those they impose on the staff, those who are elected by the staff. So their veto power was given to them by the staffs, not management, because union is not part of management work in a corporate organization. So when they see any active member, union member, before you know what is happening, they will change that person's position or status, change his job designation in that corporate organization, promote him, make him a senior staff. Then they will plant somebody who will take over that post, somebody they can remove from management level. That is the situation Nigeria is into now. Look at the current happening. I used to ask myself, what is the work of DPR, Department of Petroleum Resources? What is their work? While I was in secondary school, I happened to, in my polytechnic days, yes, I happened to go out to get fuel for my generator. When I got to the filling station, I discovered the pump have a sticker written under DPR seal. They have fuel, but they can't sell because they are sealed. I have to go to another filling station to buy. Why? They were selling above pump price. But these days, DPR, they are no longer working. Not that it has been abolished, it is still in existence. But most of the fancy filling stations you see today are owned by DPR big boys. Those filling stations, most of the franchise filling station, NNPC franchise filling station, are owned by DPR big boys. So they don't care about implementing or regulating their activities or the price of the petroleum. They don't care. Another thing is this: Nigeria Labour Congress happened to carry the interests of the masses at heart when Adams Oshimole or Comrade Adams Oshimole happened to be the president. But after his tenure, they brought somebody else, Ayuba or so, I have forgotten the name now. They planted that person. So he can't take decision on his own. And during his tenure, Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, start losing power. Other unions started to spring up. Before, all other umbrella, all other unions are under Nigeria Labour Congress when Comrade Adams Oshimole was the chairman or president. Then he will call for national protest in cases like this, just like the recent hike in fuel price. He will call for national protest and the whole state will observe it. But today, they have break them down into different sectors. Imagine, NLC will declare a warning strike. The doctors will say they are not part of NLC. They have planted people, division. The federal government as a corporate organization is using what the British used on us, divide and rule. So they saw that during Adams Oshimole, it was one single independent body. It have power. That is when unity in diversity work. The power was so massive and strong that they can call for warning strike and have it. They can call for 7 days warning strike and have it. They decide to start breaking them into units. And while breaking them into units, they are planting their own person in that office. So that by the time they will say, don't join them in this strike, don't join them in this action, don't join them in this exercise, that person will now say, we are independent body, we are not part of this. So when they want to make negotiation, they will say, these people are still working. Why is it that it's only you? I think this thing all started during the time when Chris Ngige became the Minister of Labour. That's when the divide and rule started. And today, look at what is playing out. They now made it in such a way that they call for, when they increase the last pump price to 520, okay, 511, they call for negotiation. Labour didn't go. Another union went and said they are independent body. And that other union that went for negotiation, the DGCO of the NNPC, Malami, was with them. So how can he be in such body and you expect it to be in the favor of masses? How? How can he be in such body and you expect these people to talk in favor of the masses? I don't know what is happening, but what I want to let us know is this. Things has fallen apart. Things has fallen apart. The same Malami have all these things in mind. They have worked it out that you now shift pump price to 617 under 2 months of this current APC administration. Under 2 months. They have not completed their 2 months. 29th of this month will complete their 2 months. Under 2 months. And when you are talking, you say there is a department in NNPC that is responsible for that. You want to tell me as GCEO, you don't know anything about this. It's the department that changed the price and affected it without your consent, without your approval. You people are playing with Nigerians, but we are not fools. We are not dealing with fools. We are dealing with intellectuals. We may not have that political power that you occupy to tell you how and when, but we use this medium that we have to let you know that we know what is playing out. We know what is playing out. Now, somebody is talking. I will add all the pictures here. Somebody is talking, and you are saying that Ipman is saying the condition for this is this. Most of these independent marketers, They have been in indoors meeting for weeks before now for this price to be increased with NNPC. They have been in indoors meeting. That's why they are supporting it. And most of them don't care. They don't even use fuel deliver or supply from the depot regulated by NNPC. Many of them work with bunkers. Many of them work with bunkers. NNPC will complain they are vandalizing your oil, your pipeline. Meanwhile, most of them are the people responsible for that vandalization, and they are mingling with you in the meeting, supporting you for your action because you have a gut from that action. What else can you do to us? Nothing. There is nothing much you can do to us. You have done all. Your plan of increasing it to 1,000 naira before December, fine, we are aware. Go ahead and do it. It's even better you start it now so that we get used to it. But one thing is sure, power corrupt. Absolute power corrupt absolutely, according to Arthur Richard. But let me tell you something. A day will come when you will not be in that office. You are doing this thinking it will affect only those who are not part of your party. Your party members are also going through it. There is nothing like PDP, Labour, SDP, or whatever. Everybody is going through it. But the day will come when you will leave that office. What will posterity record for you? What footprint will you leave on the sand of time? When people who have fought for the betterment of this country, when history will begin to mention their name, will your name be mentioned? I know you don't have such thought in your mind because you have saved up for your generation to come. And by your calculation, they are not even going to stay one day in Nigeria. But let me tell you, go ahead and do whatever you want to do and do it fast. Let the cost of living keep skyrocketing on daily basis because you claim that you don't know that in this country we needed fuel for almost everything. The same fuel that you are selling to us at this higher rate, and when we talk you just inflict artificial scarcity, is the same fuel that is leaving our borders on daily basis. You are exporting them to our neighboring countries on daily basis. Meanwhile, we that have the natural resources as a country, we are endowed with these natural resources. We are suffering, buy them at a very high cost. The money you remove from subsidy, where is it? Nobody can account for it up till now. Keep on doing what you are doing and also keep on borrowing because you are looking for means to pay what you borrow, and you are not even thinking to pay it during your dispensation. You want the generation unborn to meet debt on their neck as a result of bad governance. We are bigger than this. We are better than this. But remember, people like Professor Chena Achebe, they have saw this long a time ago, and he wrote a book, Problem with Nigeria. And he also wrote another one, There Was a Country. People like African China, the musician, they saw this long ago and they cry and sang, politician, lead us well. People like Idris Abdulkarim, they have saw this long ago. They sang Nigeria Jaga Jaga. Now, all those prophecies they release is finding expression in your time, in your dispensation. It's a shame. It's a shame. Giant of Africa, just in population. GPD, zero. Because you've borrowed more than what we can pay, and you've borrowed more than what we can use our resources to curtail. Thank you for inflating poverty and hardship on the citizenry. But don't think we are fools. We know what you are doing. We know what you are doing. One thing is sure, Nigeria does not belong to you. Nigeria is not your own. The same forces that brought you in, one day they will revolt and take you out because it's not your family house. if you don't have the interests of the citizens at heart, that same wind that brought you in will also take you out. Mark the word. It is not a threat, it's a testimony, and it will happen one day by the mercies of God. Thank you for staying thus far. Bye for now.